Hey guys, so today we're going to be reviewing the Don Brothers Deluxe Don Onitaijin. This box is very, very big, and you'll see why, but this is a big boy, and this is pretty much the whole reason I've gone Don Brothers nuts. Not only do I have this, you saw me with the Inu Robotaro on, I have now bought the Don Onitaijin Alter, the Tokuju Alter, and the 5-pack Change Hero. So I got a bunch of Don Brothers stuff on the way to me. Oh boy. But anyway, regardless, here's the box. Big box. This artwork is awesome. Just Don Onitaijin just sitting on a throne. It looks cool. So top of the box right here, you have the 5 Don Brothers: Oni sister, Kiji brother, Don Momotaro, Inu brother, and Saru brother. Side of the box, you have Don Onitaijin. Top of the box, I already showed you. Side of the box, each of the mechas. Bottom of the box is more Don Onitaijin. And back of the box are the Don Brothers, the Robotaro forms, and then boom, Don Onitaijin. So, big old box. And here we have the Don Brothers in their Robotaro forms. Because unlike a lot of past Super Sentai seasons, these aren't mechas. These are actually the Don Brothers turned into these. These are like weird power-up forms that they have that are both normal-sized and giant-sized. So it's interesting. I haven't watched the show, and I'm probably not going to, but that's what I gathered from others that I've looked into. But regardless, this is them. They're very strange. You have a gorilla, a bird, a dog, a oni, and a guy. I guess. I don't know. But we'll look at them all individually. So we'll start with Oni Robotaro, who is Oni's sister's Robotaro form. And she looks like a thing. Can't really do anything. Her arms don't move. Her head turns a little bit. The legs can go forward, but you can't do anything with it because that's for transformation. Her back is clearly a leg, but, you know, that's how Sentai works. Next, we'll talk about Inu Brother, who is a big old wolfy doggo, and I love him. He looks like a surfboard, but, you know, it is what it is. His head doesn't move at all. His legs can sort of move. These also, they come off kind of easily, so just be careful with that. His tail does wag, so he can be a happy boy. Kiji Robotaro, who is Kiji brother, who I think is the first male Pink Ranger. Could be wrong. His wings flap. His head can kind of go over here, but that's more for transformation, and he just kind of flops around, and he's got a lot of clear plastic on him. We'll see if anything happens to him. Saru brother is a gorilla. He's a little gorilla. His arms can turn. They can bend. This one can go up. This one can't really do anything because it's attached to the head. His wrists turn and his hands open. But that's more for his leather form. The legs also bend a little bit. Nothing fancy. And then Don Robotaro, he's the main guy. He's the Red Ranger. For some reason, these come off. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just for packaging purposes or if it's going to be for a combination later. I don't know. Because there are clips on him. Like, there are clips on his butt. And there are clips on the bottoms of Inu Brother and Oni Sister. So there's probably going to be a combination later, is my guess. We'll see what happens there. Articulation Wise, his legs go forward a little bit. Go back a little bit. He has knees. His waist does turn, which knocks pieces off. His head turns. His arms actually don't move, which I'm shocked. I feel like they could have cut a joint in there, but they didn't. And his arms do that. So, now for scale purposes, I want to show this off. There's Don Robotaro. And here's Don Zenkaio. They're pretty much the same size. This isn't a combined form. This is a base form. Oh boy. So, we'll come back to him. Don't you worry. But a little bit of background before we get into the transformation. I was going to basically skip Don Brothers. I had zero interest in it. I was just like, oh, that's weird. That's too weird for me. And then I saw this thing. And I was like, oh, okay. That's what we're doing. All right. So, I picked it up. Here we are. And let's go ahead and show you the thing. Shall we? Let's do that. So, transformation. We're going to have to raise the camera here. Oh boy. Pick that up. Plug that into the back. So, we'll start with the legs. So, Inu Robotaro. This is not a typical transformation, but he's going to fold up like this. His back leg's going to fold up. His tail's going to become a foot. There you go. All right, Oni sister. Fold up, fold that down. Push the arms in, push them down. Turn her head around. Push it forward and then push it down. And there you go. We have some legs. Take Don Robotaro here. Pull this piece off the back. Fold down his feet and then plug the legs in. Yeah. Take Saru brother here. Fold the head in. Pull his abdomen out. Split him in half. Fold the arms around like that. Turn that around. Push that forward. There you go. Do the same thing on this side, aside from the head. There we go. Take Kiji brother. Pull his tail off. Split this in half. Separate this. Fold this in like that and fold the wing down. Do the same thing over here, aside from the head. Take his arms, fold them in like that, and then push them to the back. Take his arm, take this, plug these in over here to become his arms. Like so. These pieces of clips in here that are going to plug into Saru Brothers' feet. Right there. Connect it. Come on. There you go. This head's going to come down. Take the wings, or the tail rather, plug those into the top. I can't raise the camera any higher. Yeah. I'll show that more in a minute. Pull this up right there. Take the abdomen piece. Drop it, of course. There's a clip right there. It's going to plug in there, and then you're going to push that down again, which is going to reveal the Don Brothers symbol right there in the middle. Take this piece, drop it on top. That'll reveal Don Onitaijin's face. And here we have Don Onitaijin fully transformed. And wow. He's gigantic. Before we talk about anything, you saw how Don Zenkaio was the same size as Don Momotaro. You saw that. Here is Zenryoku Zenkaio. They're basically the same size. This is a base mecha. This is the super giant super combination from the previous season. They're the same size. That's insane. But this guy, in my opinion, is so much better. So much better. I mean, just look at him. He is one of the coolest Super Sentai Mechas that we've ever had. Honestly, I think he's amazing looking. And articulation wise, I said that. His head, full 360. Can look down a little bit, can look up. His arms can bend. If you move these around, it can do a full 360. No, it can't. It stops there. But it can turn. You can bend the arms, which is amazing. Go in and out of the shoulders, which move the wings. Or, no, okay, you can go about that far. That's a lot, though. Can turn at the bicep. He's got an elbow joint. His wrists turn. His hands open and close. He's got a full waist swivel. His legs can go forward a little bit. Can go back. That's the one thing I wish the skirt pieces did move to give him more leg movement. But other than that, really, he's got a knee joint. He's got an ankle. Can move forward, bend around. So this guy actually has a lot of posability. For a Super Sentai Mecha, that's insane to me. And not just that, he's got really awesome swords, which he can hold. Because of course he can. And let's get him into a pose because we can actually. The fact that we can pose a Super Sentai Mecha is mind-blowing to me. It's like they finally listened to 46 years of people saying, guys, we want our robots to pose. And, you know, aside from like the Super Robot or the Soul of Chogokin one, we haven't really ever had a posable Super Sentai Mecha, not counting the Dino Fury Megazord, because that's Power Rangers. This thing is fantastic. Absolutely amazing. This is, without a question, my favorite Sentai Mecha that I've ever gotten from the main line, not counting like the Soul Chogokin Megazord and all that. Of strictly Super Sentai, this is by far my favorite one I've ever had. He is absolutely amazing. He's a little bit on the pricey side because of how big he is, and he is huge. He is gigantic. But if you can find him for a good price, he is absolutely worth the money. This has got to be the best Sentai toy, mecha-wise, they've done in years. I like Zenkaio. I thought Zenkaio was cool. This blows Zenkaio completely out of the water. Now, I haven't had one until Zenkaio. I didn't have one since, like, Go Busters. And I like him better than Go Say Great, Go Kaio, Go Bustero, and probably a little more than Shinkino, too. Now, he's really freaking good. And I think you'll love him if you get him too. So he comes highly recommended for me, who is more of a casual Sentai guy. But anywho, that's it for me to you for now. I'll give you one last shot of him because he's really big. And I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Stay tuned. We got more stuff coming out soon. I hope you stick around for it. So take care.